Books, books. I like books. I'm gonna read them all. Hi readers, Chris here. Welcome to my bookish channel where I review fantasy, Stephen King, and all sorts of books. Today I'm going to be doing a special book tag, the Valloween Book Tag. What is Valloween, you might ask? Well, clearly it's a combination between Valentine's Day and Halloween. This tag was created by E.D. Lewis. I'm going to link Edie's channel and his original video for this in the description box below. Please go give it a watch, give it some love whenever you get a chance. This is a short tag with only a couple of questions, so I'm going to dive in with question number 1, crush. Have you ever had a crush on a fictional character? If yes, which character was it? I am actually not one of those people that gets like crushes on fictional characters. Like, I have fictional characters that I like I could say I have a girl crush on Daenerys from A Song of Ice and Fire, but I don't have like a crush on a fictional character, so I didn't know how to answer this. So I'll just go with the most recent character that I'm like a little bit swooning over, which is going to be Hudson from the Crave Crush series. I talked about him a lot when I reviewed this book. I really love Hudson. I guess you could say I have a crush on him. I don't consider it a crush because I feel like a crush is a real thing and I'm not a psycho. I know that he's a fictional character. Not to say that anyone else is a psycho. If you legit have a crush on a fictional character, you do you, and I will completely support you. But Hudson happens to be the type of character that I normally feel swoony over, which is he's like this bad boy, so he has this very tough exterior, but like underneath he has a heart of gold. He's obviously a sweetheart if you get to know him, or if you're the right, person in his life. So yes, I guess for all intents and purposes, my current fictional crush is going to be Hudson from Crave/Crush. Question number 2. Love can be sweet, love can be naughty. Name an erotic novel, horror or otherwise. Now again, I don't think I've read too many erotic novels. I guess that depends on how you define that word. Other than 50 Shades of Grey. However, there is one, and you may not know this, but did you know that Anne Rice, who wrote Interview with the Vampire, actually wrote an entire series of erotic books. This one is called The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty, and it is a retelling of the Sleeping Beauty story, except in this version, instead of the prince waking Beauty with a sweet kiss on the lips, let's just say that he wakes her in a more erotic nature. I feel so weird talking about this. But, yes, take of that what you will. And what follows is basically his reward for waking Beauty from her sleep is that she basically becomes his slave for all his desires. Don't worry, she likes it though. And yeah, this is a very erotic book. She wrote it under a different name, and when I first read this book in college, I want to say, I just remember reading it being like, hee. I don't know if I've read it since then. I like to go back and read it and try to see if I could look at it from a story angle, not just as a shocking erotic novel. But if you are looking for something like that in your life and you don't want to go and read 50 Shades of Grey again, The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty, this will give you what you're looking for sure. Prompt number 3 is Tainted Love. Name a book featuring a twisted, toxic, or traumatic relationship. The first one that jumped into my mind here is going to be Jaime and Cersei from A Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones. I know the series is called A Song of Ice and Fire, but for simplicity, I'm just going to call it Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, Jaime and Cersei. If you're not familiar with this story at all, Jaime and Cersei are twins. So yes, twins. They're a twin brother and sister. They look pretty much like identical other than one's male and one's female. and they have a romantic relationship. A romantic relationship that has yielded in Cersei having 3 children. So yes, 3 children of incest. Obviously, I don't think I have to go into too many details about why you would say this relationship is toxic. But other than just like the whole brother-sister of it, if you took that away, I would still say that their relationship is toxic. Because for Jaime doesn't love anyone other than Cersei. He does not love anyone else. He has relationships with other people throughout the course of the series, but he never loves anyone or feels about anyone the way that he feels about his sister, about Cersei. He doesn't sleep with other women, like he does not do anything with other women because he's completely devoted to Cersei. Cersei, on the other hand, she is not devoted to Jaime in the same way. She'll sleep with anyone. She's had multiple affairs. She doesn't care. She knows that Jaime is like obsessed with her and she uses it to like manipulate him. So even if they weren't brother and sister, which is clearly wrong, even if they weren't, their relationship would still be toxic because Cersei is nuts. Question number 4 is dark side. Sometimes the one you love is a monster, sometimes it's you. Name a book featuring a monster, human or inhuman. Yes, I know this is going to be the obvious answer, but it was the first thing that came to my mind, and that's going to be Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, the ultimate monster book, the most classic of all monster tales. I don't think I really need to say anything about it here. I don't read a lot of classics on my channel. I haven't read a classic in a very long time, but I feel like I'm almost at that point where I want to go visit it. So Frankenstein, Pride and Prejudice, and there's one other one, are at the top of my list to revisit sometime in the near future. If not this year, then maybe next year. But Frankenstein, ultimate monster book. Question number 5 is Twisted Heart. Name a great betrayal. I love a good betrayal. I love a good betrayal. Not because I'm for people being betrayed, but as like a reader, you know, reading a dramatic story, it's a really good plot device, a super good plot device. And I think that plot device is used really well in American Royals by Catherine McGee. If you're not familiar with American Royals, this takes place in an alternate universe where America has a royal family. And this series follows 4 different characters. There's 2 sisters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Samantha. Beatrice is basically the Prince William of America. She's next in line to the throne. And Samantha is basically the Harry of the royal family. She's the spare. She doesn't know what she's doing in her life. People don't take her seriously. She's kind of a party girl, blah, 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 blah. Then we also have this girl named Nina, who is like Samantha's childhood friend. She grew up with her. Nina is a common, but Nina has a crush on the princesses, have a brother on Jefferson. Nina has a crush on Jefferson, but Jefferson is dating someone else, the 4th girl, Daphne. Daphne is basically a social climber who will do anything and everything to get what she wants. And what she wants is to marry Jefferson so that she can become a royal, so that her family can get fame and money and position and all this stuff. And Daphne, oh man, she does not just do like one, she does multiple betrayals, multiple backstabbings. You can never trust Daphne. Like, there's been 3 books in the series so far, and honestly, I started to like Daphne at one point, but nope, she went right back to being the backstabbing bitch that she is. Oh yes, I mean, that kind of makes her charming in my book. I mean, that's who she is, that's what she does, but yes, there is a lot of drama in here. There's a lot of romance, there's a lot of backstabbing and betrayal, and I am here for all of it. So that brings me to the end where I have to tag a bunch of people. So I don't know who has done this tag and who hasn't. So I'm just going to call out the 3 names that come to my head first, which are going to be Book Buds, Reading with Tatiana, and Sin's Book Nook, because I don't think I've ever tagged you in anything before. That brings me to the end of the Valloween Book Tag. If you made it to the end, you get a kiss from Roscoe. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel for more bookish stuff coming your way soon. All right, everyone, happy reading.